I saw in the news today, there was an article, and it's always hype. Whenever when it makes the mainstream news, it's always whether it's clickbait or just hype that's not real. No one actually. It's not. It's almost like it's not peer assessed, if that makes sense, or peer reviewed. It's just we've got compare the market as saying how expensive EVs are. The EV owners getting slugged with insurance without actually asking the question why. And they go, oh, but ICE cars are cheaper than EVs, whatever. Well, EVs cost more. It's it's not because it's only an EV that it's being insured. Oh, but our EVs aren't going to catch. And they say this bullshit about. They said this thing. Oh, I was angry, John. I was angry when I saw the TV because the garbage they said. Oh, but and EVs have got less chance of catching fire. So why are they more expensive to insure? It's like. Was it a fire issue that was being insured for, or is it just insured for in general? Because if you're going to get it crashed or stolen, the value of that car to repair is more expensive. So that's why it costs more to insure it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But then there's all this hype about, you're getting ripped off, and then there's all this bullshit about, but you should then maybe consider having a higher excess that'll lower your premium. You can do that with your eyes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like whether it was using the fact that you're paying more insurance for a higher premium for an EV in order to sell the insurance company idea of comparing the market, I don't know. Probably was. Maybe I'm dumb enough to think that, they're actually trying to add value about talking about EVs. But it just was weird. And whenever you see the mainstream media reporting on car sales or anything to do with the auto industry, you can't help but treat it with a degree of suspicion. So what are they really saying? Because rarely is there substance to what they're claiming or what they're not claiming, what they're reporting. And, it's only when you look at people like Mike Sinclair, who actually do the proper reporting of the industry, that you can actually say, right, yeah, that's a serious interrogation as to what's going on and why. We do a little bit on this show here, but we mainly talk about generic stuff, industry related. We don't really drill down into why is that the case that an insurance company is charging that much for that car. Whereas we know why insurance companies do what they do. It's all about risk and repair, the cost to repair and replace. So if an EV has a crash, and you've compromised the battery, that's a big expense item. You know what I mean? That's why you're paying more for a premium on an EV.
I'm not sure of the detail because I'm not that close to it, but my assumption is you'll probably have to write off EVs a lot quicker than you would have to write off for ICE car.
Yeah,
because you can probably there's a lot of things you can repair on an ICE car before you have to actually write it off. But it gets to that certain point where as soon as there's that amount of damage, they say, okay, well, we'll write it off. Because that's why there's you can start to get apps now that look at that value and then say, okay, how do we keep them repairing the car rather than writing it off? So there's apps called Save a Car and these type of things. So what they do is the insurance company will make a decision within 24 hours. So they have tried to build an automated system that says, okay, it would have been written off at this price, but if the dealer discounts the cost to do the repairs or the panel beater and the parts get discounted, and so everybody in the supply chain discounts it, they then can say, okay, between this price and that price, they can actually save the car and get it repaired because it's both good for the environment and it's good business because the parts company sells parts there, the panel beater does more work to repair it, and it's keeps cars from going to the tip. So I think it's a good idea, but it's trying to balance that out and getting the quote back to the insurance company fast enough that they will then make that decision. So it has to all happen like within sort of automatically. So it has to be all AI generated and made to happen.
Interesting stuff. Very interesting times, John. Very interesting times.